make something, create. I feel like I'm pretty sure this is the first time this has come out since I made this deck. But yeah, make something, create right now. I'm also hearing make something you never made. So, and that being for the purpose of allowing yourself to be new, to be truly, to create truly, you know, because I don't know, if you're someone who's creative, you know what it's like the difference between when you first started something versus when you've got a bit of an expertise and more experience. Like, you kind of know what works for you, you kind of know what works in general, you know what doesn't work for you. So you're not really, there's things you don't even try, there's directions you don't even go in. It's more streamlined. It's not true like kids at play where they don't know, they're just kind of doing whatever. They're using things as things that they aren't, you know? And yeah, it feels like that's very important right now, to get into that, to like create something in a medium or in a form that you've never even dealt with before, just to fully allow yourself to be new and for it to fully be play. And in that vibration, I'm hearing that you might get a download of something that you may have been looking for, an answer you may have been looking for, a creative solution to a problem you've been trying to solve, or an idea or anything like that. But it's in that state of play, in that state of, true raw presence in the creative energy, that something will reach you, and it feels like something is trying to reach you. So you're being called to make something, and make something new if you can. Like, if there's something that you've been called to do, like I've been wanting to do this or create in this way, do that. Like that's the call right now. And then overstayed welcome right under that on the bottom. And that just feels like you've been doing things the way you've been doing them for too long. I'm hearing there might be something that to a point where you may not even been feeling like doing it, because it's just the way you've been doing it is not truly authentic to you anymore. So it's like you've been doing it that way for too long. So it's like the way to, and I'm also hearing like you haven't outgrown it. So you may be feeling like you've outgrown this thing completely, but it's like, no, you just outgrown the way you've been doing it. And it's like, take scope of who you are now versus when you started doing this thing, and take note of how you've changed. And also take note of how this thing hasn't changed in those same ways. How this thing is still more aligned to the version of you who started it than the version of you that you are now. So understand that that's beautiful as well, because that's freeing in the fact that you can continue to enjoy these things. You just have to allow it to progress and evolve into the version of you that you are now. Because if the things that you're invested in and exchanging energy with, if they aren't growing at the same pace at which you're growing, you will outgrow them. That's relationship, that's hobbies, that's anything that you involve yourself in. Things have to grow together in order to stay in resonance. So whatever this is, just allow it to change and allow it to grow with you. And just take scope of how you've changed and how you can inject more of your current authenticity into this thing. And watch, you'll find yourself naturally called to do it more again. You'll find your flow with it again, and you'll enjoy it more. And under that is Capricorn. And this just feels like, I'm hearing next year, as far as like 2026, as we're leaving this Sagittarius year and going into a Capricorn year. As this year was a 9-year, and Sagittarius is 9th in the zodiac, and we're going into a 10-year, which is Capricorn. So understand that. Right now this is where we're headed into. Next year is going to be a big year, and it's going to be an abundant year. It's going to be a year of also new beginnings, because just as much as it's a 10-year, that also reduces back down to 1. So it's also a year of new beginnings. And understand that as you allow these things that you've been doing to grow with you and to come into the energy and the authenticity that you now live in and live at, that will bleed into the energies of next year, which are the energies of new beginnings, creating things, new journeys, the unfoldment of journeys that you've been on, new chapters, new abundance, new everything. Understand that as you allow everything you involve yourself in and that your energy is tied up in to be new, that the new energies of where we're headed will amplify them. And yeah, the energies will amplify them and they will amplify the energies, and it'll be this continuous cycle of just energy amplification and authenticity and truly divine energy. So yeah, understand that it's all here for you. You just have to allow everything to be updated through you and to allow it to grow and to match who you now are. And they're ready to, and they're asking you to, and they're ready to become more of an embodiment of who you are. And understand that that's the name of the game. So don't be shy to embrace allowing things to grow with you, and to hold, and if it's people, holding people accountable to grow with you as well, because they should want to continue to stay in alignment with you and to grow with you. And if you're growing and they're not growing, because eventually you're going to outgrow them. And if they're as invested in what you have going on with them, that they will do what they need to do to allow you all to stay in resonance. So don't be shy in holding things accountable and growing with you. And yeah, and on the bottom we got Pearl. And it's like, understand that, yeah, you are the pearl. You are a precious gem. You are a precious thing, period. And that, yeah, you deserve to be surrounded by things that treat you as such and that can recognize you as such. And in order for you to really take scope of what recognizes you as such and what doesn't, you have to show up as this pearl. You have to show up as the full-fledged, authentic, magical being that you are. And in doing so, people will either treat you as such, or they will make it very apparent that they don't have the ability to treat you as such. And at that point, you can do what you need to do to remove yourself or whatever, get yourself in the right rooms to be treated as the pearl that you are. But if you know yourself to be a pearl, but you continue to show up as a common pebble rock, when people treat you as a common pebble rock, how can you really hold that against them, you know? It's like they're treating you how you treat you. But if you like, you know what, I'm a pearl, I'm a diamond, I'm a precious gem, and I'm showing up as that, and I won't accept anything less, people will either rise to the occasion or they'll fall to the wayside. And you can remove yourself and lean into the energy and the people and the things that treat you as what you know yourself to be as you show up. But if you don't show up as this, you can't really expect everything and everybody else to treat you as that. And under that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And it just feels like all roads led here. And it's like, it's time. You've become everything that you need to become. And right back to it, embodiment. You just have to embody it and allow your reality to shift and to come into balance and resonance to exactly everything you know and everything you've cultivated up to this point. But that's the name of the game right now, is embodiment. You are the pearl, and you know that now, and you understand that now. Are you showing up as that? And if you look around, you're like, wow, I feel so great, but my reality is still the same, or it's not reflecting it, it's okay. How embodied are you? And if the reality and the honest answer is like, yeah, I'm still kind of shrinking, or I'm still people pleasing, I'm still showing up as I've been showing up, then there you go. That's the disconnect. And that's what you're being called to do right now. Embody. And if there's one word that you take away from this whole Monday, embodiment, that's it. That's the name of the game. There's nothing else to know. There's nothing else to do. Embodiment. Serve. And this just feels like, yeah, give yourself what you need right now. I'm hearing self-care. I'm hearing self-love. I'm hearing, I want it, so I get it. Like, that's it. And it's like, how are you serving yourself? And if it's like, if there's things that you would do for somebody else, but you wouldn't do it for yourself, that's messed up. And it's like, the things that make sure you're treating yourself like your own best friend. You know, if your best friend came to you with this exact problem that you have right now, how would you treat them? What advice would you give them? Would you sit there and tell them like, dang, you know better than that? Well, come on now, you're being stupid. Like, would you talk to them that way? Or would you be a little more gracious? Would you be a little more quiet and just hold space and listen and allow them to work through it? Like, how would you treat them? And it's like, treat yourself in those same ways, because you're as deserving of that energy as they are, if not more so. So it's like, be your own best friend and treat yourself with the same love and support and care that you would treat, you know, your parent, your siblings, your best friend, your significant other, all that. And understand that you're just as worthy of that grace and love and support as they all are. So, yeah, be mindful of that right now. Try again at the bottom. It's like, don't be afraid to do things that you feel like you've been doing or you feel like haven't been fruitful before. And understand that you're in a whole new world, that you're a whole new person, and that things may respond to you differently now if you allow them to. And yeah, that goes back to allowing yourself to be that baby. Allow your inner child to come out and allow yourself to be blissfully ignorant, mindfully, of course, not just mindlessly, but in doses. Because if you can allow yourself to be new and allow yourself to leave all these assumptions to the wayside and allow things to show up and to behave differently, that they will. And understand that the law of assumption is a very important one that I don't hear talked about often, but the law of assumption is about things operating as you assume them to work. If you assume this world is a cold place and bad things happen all the time, your reality will reflect that to you. If you assume that bad things always happen to you and you're unlucky, your reality will reflect that to you. So if you assume this thing is never going to work because it's never worked, your reality will reflect that to you. And it's like, you need to assume that things can happen differently, that things can unfold differently as you change, and that as you become more whole, that your reality will reflect that. And it doesn't matter what you do, it matters who you are and the energy that you cultivated and the frequency that you're attuned to. That's way more far-reaching than the physical things that you do at any given moment. Because you and I can do the exact same things, but if I know my connection to it all to be different than your connection to it all, understand that our results will be different. I guarantee you. So, I am again, and shot o'clock again. And that's where we started. And it's like, how? You can't make this stuff up, yo. All this shuffling and all these things that have come up, and these things still came out together at the bottom. In that very moment I decided to look, I could have kept going and they wouldn't have been there. And it's like, there's way more going on than what you're doing at any given turn, I promise you. So, and under that, God, understand that God moves through you. You are God. You are an embodiment of God. And that there is no separation. And the more you understand that, the more you can be living proof of that. The more your reality can be living proof of that. And it's like, all that shuffling I did, all the movement, everything I did just to look when I felt called to look, and for it to be I am and shot a clock back to where we started again. God, right under that, it's like, what's actually going on is way bigger than anything you can consciously wrap your mind around, anything you can consciously make happen, and anything you can consciously force and create, you know. The reality of all this is way bigger than the mind, anything you can wrap your mind around. So take that pressure off yourself and allow yourself to just embody and to tap into those flows and to actualize all these things, because that's the reality of them anyway. There's nothing you can do to make these things happen. Understand that they're going to happen because they're meant for you and because you're in alignment to them. And the more you feel like it's on you to make it happen, the more out of alignment you are. So again, the call is embodiment. And what the fuck? Under God is Pearl. We were just on Pearl. And under that, 1, 2, 3, 4, again, we were just on that. And just like when we were ending tarot and it was all the same cards coming out again, there's nothing more that you need. And even every message seems to be a remix of the same message of embodiment. And that's all. It's already done. And under that is September. And I saw this early and didn't say anything about it, but right now it just feels like I'm being called to 9, the number 9, and the 9 months it takes for, the pregnancy process and the baby to grow and to be born. And it feels like that's where we are right now. We're in that 9th month. And it's like you've done all the things already. Everything's already happened. Now it's time to just give birth. And not through force, but through embodiment. And I'm like shivering and cold. So yeah, it's like, that's it. There's nothing else to do. Embody. That's the call. And it feels like no matter how much I continue to do this, it's going to keep coming back to that same point. And yeah, so yeah, I'm definitely feeling called to go ahead and wind down. But yeah, I just hope you guys are really receiving that, and that even without me saying it, that you feel that, and that you see that that's the call, and that all the messages keep coming back to that point of just embodying and just being exactly what you're looking for, being exactly what you've cultivated, because you've done the work, and it's all here for you now. And it's like the last ditch effort is to move as if, and to move and understand that it's already done, and allow it to show up. And it can only show up as you move in those knowings, and knowing that's already done, and everything comes right behind that. Wow, I was coming to get one more card, and okay, like I'm seeing all type of stuff. 2 of Pentacles on the bottom, and it's like things are being recalibrated right now and shifted. You've done everything, you've done the work, and now your reality is being recalibrated to match it. So now all you have to do is make the choices that align to that, and understand that every choice you're making is a shift in timelines. You're choosing timelines. Allow your choices to be that, and see them as such. When you're being presented with going this way or that way, understanding that you're aligning to a timeline. Which timeline is an alignment to what you're calling in, and to what's here for you now. Because remember, it's here for you now, and it's unfolding for you now. All you have to do is embody and make the choices and the decisions that align to it, and you'll find yourself shifted directly into your highest timeline. I guarantee you, I promise you. And that's the energy that's available right now, this week, and moving forward. And it's like, yeah, all you're having to do is make those choices. So when this or that pops up, which one feels like where you're going? Boom, make that decision, go that way. And and now you shifted onto a timeline that's closer. And as another decision pops up, it's like, okay, this way or that way, which feels like even more embodiment of where you're going. Boom, you make that decision. Okay, we're closer. And understand that it's all here for you right now. So the more you can embody it right now, in every right now, until you feel like, wow, I'm exactly where I've been trying to get to, understand that that's all you need to continue to do, and that you're recalibrating it. And that, look, all the craziness is behind him, and he has a smile on his face. And look, he has the infinity as he's recalibrating. And it's like nothing changed. He turned around. He realized like what he's looking for is not out here. It's not at the mercy. He doesn't need them to stop fighting to have peace. The peace comes from within him. And as he takes his power back and turns around and he faces all that is, he can recalibrate his reality. And his reality will become exactly what he is inside him. So, and on the split is star, and then it's wish fulfillment. And it's like it's all here for you. Embodiment, balance between your spiritual and the physical, and follow your North Star. Head to everywhere you want to go. Head to everywhere that you're already going, and you know that it's all here for you. So embody it, and understand that that's all you're being asked to do right now, is to go where you feel called to go and follow your heart, honestly. And this was the card that came out, and this will be our closing message. I was about to read it, but I also felt called to just allow y'all to look at it and allow you guys to get a read before I even express the energy that I'm picking up on. But yeah, don't think too hard about it. Just take a second. And if you need to, take a deep pauses for a second. Take a deep breath to your belly. You know how we do. To the belly. Hold, slow exhale. And then sit with this card for a second. What are you drawn to? What's calling out to you? Intuitively, even if you read cards and you know what elements, suits are tied to, what signs, all that, let that go. Intuitively, what do you feel? What are you picking up on? and trust whatever is coming through. And if you're still getting a good read, you can give it a little pause if you can. But yeah. Yeah, I'm being called to the lightning in the back. I don't know if you guys are even able to see it, but like right here, there's a lightning strike. And yeah, this just feels like, it honestly feels like that's the focal point of the card right now. Like it feels like that's what's actually important right now. But it's easy to get distracted right here into what feels like, you know, like, wow, there's a broken heart, there's barbed wire, this feels like a very tragic and dark thing. But it's like, if you had the awareness and the soft enough awareness, you see lightning striking back here. And this feels like the moment where everything comes together, the culmination of highly charged energy and the strike that changes everything, you know? It's like in that exact moment where, you know, the heart's heavy, where there's all this pain that's been carried, and the mind is, you know, beat up by the mind as well, because Swords is a lot of thought energy. Exactly. The spark coming from pain, the silver lining, exactly. And understand that, allow this to pass. Like, you've already felt this pain. You don't need to sit in it, you don't need to think about it, you don't need to allow it to exist and continue to feel it through your mind, through you thinking about it so much, through you sitting with it and wallowing in it. Understand that in this exact moment right now, you're also being offered a choice. This is your moment, and this is a highly charged moment right now. And it's like, you can move past this, and you can experience your lightning moment, that strike that's back there for you. And that's where you're supposed to be at. And at this point, like, yes, this is real, and this is a product of real things you've experienced. But in this moment, it's an illusion, because it's no longer in existence. You're using your present moment to be locked in on the past. When in the present, everything is here for you. It's so charged. And it's like, don't fall into it. But yeah. Yeah, you are so loved, and you are so protected, and the whole nine. And yeah, understand that if you allow yourself to be free and you allow yourself to be light right now, that will be the reality of the situation. And that doesn't mean that there's not a bunch of stuff going on, because I promise you, there's a million things to be wary about, to have a heavy heart over, to be, you have every right to be sad, you have every right to be fearful, you have every right to be scared, all those things. But understand that you don't need to be. You have a choice, in that same exact breath, everything else is also here. Like I said, this is the point where past meets present and future, it all comes together. And it's like, what do you want to tap into? The choice is yours. It's all here, and it's all valid. It's all here in this present moment. But you don't have to pick the past. You don't have to pick what hurts. You don't have to pick any of that stuff. And with that same ease of choice, you can pick everything that you're headed towards. You can pick the blessings that you already have right now, the answered prayers that you're already living in, if you want to, just as easily. But yeah, the choice is yours. And whatever you do choose, be gracious with yourself and understand that this is the human experience, and it is to be experienced. And you're here to experience it all, the good, bad, and the ugly. So, hey, if you want to experience the lower vibes for a little bit, that's fine, you know. You can be as sad as you want to be. You can be as angry as you want to be. But at the point you don't want to be that, you don't have to be. And that's all I'm offering right now, is just the fact that you always have a choice. And that at the moment you want something different, you can choose it. And you can align to those timelines. You can align to those truths, because they're all here for you. And that, the power is yours. And the power is really seen in your ability to make choices. But That being said, the Emperor on the bottom again. You have the world in your hands. You also have those past energies right behind you. All that you have right now is a choice. What do you want to be paying attention to? Where do you want to be sending your energy? What do you want to be cultivating and nurturing right now? And making that conscious choice, because you're making a choice whether you make it consciously or with intention or not. So, yeah. With that being said, right under that is the Empress again. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, and under that Six of Cups, man, we're on the move. We're on the move. Things may seem dark and shadowy, but things may feel dark and shadowy, but you're being guided, and you're being led, and you're being held and carried, literally carried from where you've been to where you're going. And the more you can know that and lean into it, the better. And you can avoid a lot of suffering, a lot of worry, a lot of stress, because it's unnecessary. And you'll see that it was unnecessary when you get to where you're going. But right now you can really invite a lot more ease and play and allow this moment, this process and unfoldment to be divine, because that's all it wants to be anyway. And you can stress it the whole way through and you'll still get there. I'm hearing that clearly. Like you're not, even you aren't at the mercy of you and the things you're doing right now. Like, you're gonna get there regardless of whether they get you there kicking and screaming or whatever. But it's like, you don't want to look back and be like, wow, like I could have relaxed. I could have really enjoyed the unfoldment all the way there. I could have really, rested. I could have really rested and really did more things that I found fun. I could have really engaged with myself differently in that space between where I've been and where I'm going, if I would have knew that everything would be okay. And it's like, that's what you're being told right now. Everything is in balance. That divine feminine and masculine within you is in balance. Everything is in balance right now. The world is in your hands. All you're being asked to do is relax, to embody. And it shouldn't be hard to embody, because you really are all these things and you've made it to this point. You've done all the work. So now just be who you so naturally are right now and trust that. And do not listen to the echoes of the past that are making you feel like you need to be doing this or that, or like something's wrong, because there's nothing wrong at all. So yeah, you can't make this up. These two have been kicking it together for weeks now. Multiple Monday Magics. And even in today's reading, they've been kicking it together. And it's like, it's all in your hands and there's nothing else to do. This is the culmination. All things are meeting here and staying here together. Everything's in balance. Everything is where it needs to be. Ultimate alignment. And the last part is you just embodying and being who you've become up to this point. You've done everything. Now just be you. Show up as you in everything and everywhere and in every present moment. And don't spend a split second being inauthentic. Don't spend a split second being who you used to be because you used to be them. Be who you are now and understand that you are the embodiment of everything right now. So show up as that. And that's all that you're being asked to do. So that being said, that's it. That's it for me. I don't need to see anything else. Yeah. That was a beautiful ass Monday Magic for sure. And yeah, I'm really grateful for y'all. I'm really grateful for y'all continuing to show up and continue to co-create all these messages and this energy with me. Yeah, I express the energy the best I can and we navigate it together. But understand it's just as much a product as you all being here, just as much a product of all the work that you all are doing as it is a product of me being here and, and my connection to it all. It really is all of us together equally creating this experience and navigating it. So yeah, there is no Monday Magic without you all. There is no any of this. So I'm really grateful for you all. And yeah, I'm just grateful to be able to be living proof and to be a part of the living proof that happens here and the magic that is just so loudly present and obviously real and active and alive and growing and expanding all the time, every week, week in, week out. from message to message in the readings, like all that. And it's like, yeah, I'm just so grateful, and I feel so blessed. And life is so fun and magical at this point. And yeah, just y'all are a part of that. And I really appreciate y'all for continuing to be a part of it and allowing me to be a part of your journeys and to walk beside you all as you all actualize everything that you see for yourselves. And yeah, I can never express it enough. Like, I could sit here and have a whole 3-hour stream just talking to y'all about how grateful I am for y'all and how much y'all mean to me and how much all this is, how big it really is. But yeah, I'm sure y'all feel it and y'all see it and all that. So I can never say thank you enough. So thank you. I'm gonna keep trying and I'm gonna keep expressing the gratitude, but understand that the reality of what I feel and what I want to express to y'all is so much bigger than that, so much deeper than that, so much more divine than anything I could wrap up into one word in one language and say to y'all. Like, so yeah, I love you all so much. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, I hope y'all have a great rest of your Monday, a great rest of your week. Definitely go tap in with the album, go tap in with the raffle, and let's keep growing the container, y'all. The Patreon's on the way. Yeah, that's gonna be very, very, very big. And I just continue to, get nudges and intuitive hits and time traveling and experiencing the magic that it is, just all that. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. And yeah, we're gonna continue to expand. And embodiment. You are, I am, never forget it, please. And yeah, keep tapping in with me. Follow me on Instagram at 5D Just Too Easy. I'm always sharing stuff as far as just, I have a bunch of highlights set up there. So if you need some motivation or some light, you can just tap through and get all type of enlightenment and all type of big vibes and just everything. That's really the hub of me as of right now. Just, it's really an immersive Mark experience. So definitely tap in with me there. Tap in with me on TikTok. I share a lot of these messages and just random messages and random moments on there. And yeah, tap in with my link tree and just navigate all the worlds of me, the music, the photography, just everything. It's so many dimensions. And yeah, I love y'all so much, and I love sharing with y'all and allowing y'all to be a part of my journey just as much as I am a part of yours. So yeah, thank y'all for the support, and thank you, Dream. Thank you, Haley. Y'all are always so supportive and just so loud with the confirmations, the affirmations, and everything. And like I said, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without all of you all continue to do your part as well. So yeah, it means a lot to me to be able to continue to show up here and to show up here every week. And I take great pride in the fact that, Upton decided to start this and do this, and I haven't missed one yet. And y'all continue to be here, and it's like, feels like y'all haven't missed one, and it's just dope. It really is a co-created thing. So yeah, I'm falling into just talking to y'all again. But I love y'all so much. And yeah, I'm gonna let y'all get to the integration and the embodiment. And yeah, thank you for the bits and the love and the donations and supports and everything. It means the world to me. So yeah, I love y'all so much. Don't hesitate to let me know if there's any way I can continue to serve y'all and expand the container, or anything that y'all have been looking for. You feel like I'd be perfect to bring or to facilitate or whatever, because like I said, I'm here to grow with you all, and this container is to serve all of us and to serve you. So if there's a way it can serve you more and or serve you better, I'm all ears to it, honestly, and I really, really mean that. So yeah, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. This has been Mark. This has been Monday Magic, and yeah, I love y'all. And don't forget that you are God, and that when you're truly embodied, that there is no separation. There's nowhere to look up to, there's nowhere to call out to. When you're truly embodied and you're truly present and you truly understand how connected to it you all are, You become everything. You become the grass. You are God. You are the trees. You are the birds. You are the sun. You are the stars in the sky. You are everything. So be you and understand that you are everything. So have a great day on purpose. Have a great week on purpose. And yeah, understand that all you have to do is be you and in every given present moment, because you're perfect just the way you are. And yeah, I love you. Peace. Never forget it. Right back at you. Have a blessed week. I definitely will. Yeah, I definitely will. I love y'all so much. It's not going to get easier to say bye, so I'm just going to go. Peace. Bye, y'all. Oh. Now,